I'm back, everybody.
You prayed and believed your whole life, and here you are. Explain that to me.
It's kind of a simple answer. Basically, you're taught from childhood that there is a God, and that there is a heaven, there is a hell, there's a Satan, all that shit. And either you grow out of it, or it sticks with you the rest of your life.
In a few minutes, you guys are going to go out there and sing about God and Jesus as if they're as real as you and me.
To us, they are as real.
Yeah, I saw him the other day. He kept turning my water into wine. I mean, really? What a fucking douchebag. I mean, I'm not old enough to drink.
When a 12-year-old watches his mother dying of cancer, a God who would allow that is not worth believing in. Life is really a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury and signifying nothing.
All right. He's gonna be the villain, isn't he?
Name? Wheaton, Josh Wheaton, Philosophy 150.
You might want to think about a different instructor.
Come on, man, it can't be that bad.
Think Roman Colosseum, people cheering for your death.
Lions.
I am Professor Radisson. This is Philosophy 150. I would like to bypass senseless debate altogether and jump to the conclusion, which every sophomore is already aware of: there is no God.
What professor actually says that?
All that I require from each of you is that you fill in the papers I've just given you with 3 little words: God is dead.
Way to push your beliefs on the Christians. It's never the other way around.
Mr. Wheaton, is something wrong?
I can't do what you want. I'm a Christian.
If you cannot bring yourself to admit that God is dead, then you will need to defend the antithesis.
Alright, so there's gonna be a debate. Let's see how this turns out.
I think of Jesus as my friend.
You think Jesus is God?
I don't want to disappoint him.
So your acceptance of this challenge may be the only meaningful exposure to God and Jesus they'll ever have.
See, to me, he's not dead. I don't want anyone to get talked out of believing in him just because this professor thinks they should.
Actually, that's the one good point in this entire trailer. I'm actually completely serious. It doesn't matter what you believe. If you believe in Zeus, whatever. I'm not going to try and change your mind. And likewise, I expect you to not try and, get me to believe in God.
Mr. Wheaton, are you ready?
We're going to put God on trial.
But I thought the only person that could judge is God, according to the Christians. Wouldn't a Christian judging God basically be... sent to hell, maybe, if it exists?
Do you think you're smarter than me, Wheaton? In that classroom, there is a God, and I'm him.
Okay. Alright. Tell me, creator of this movie, how many atheists have you actually met? I'm just curious. How many have you actually met? 'Cause a pretty small minority is like that. Pretty small. The rest are more or less agnostic atheists. I mean, the Gnostic atheists, they can... yeah. They're basically a fundamentalist, in a way. and I'm like anti-fundamentalist anything. So, yeah. Just meet a few decent atheists, and you'll see what I mean.
This experiment is over. You get to decide who the most important person in your life is. Me, Professor Ravison.
I have to do this thing. I feel like it's something that God wants me to do. I can't just turn away from it.
You just want to ensnare them in your primitive superstition.
What I want is for them to make their own choice. That's what God wants.
You have no idea how much I'm going to enjoy failing you.
Yeah, but who are you really looking to fail? Me or God?
Okay. For one thing, that's a pretty funny line. And another thing, the professor doesn't believe in God, so he's not worried about failing God.
God's not dead, he's surely alive. He's living on the inside, roaring like a lion. God's not dead, he's surely alive. He's living on the inside, roaring like a lion.
Science supports his existence. You know the truth. So why do you hate him? It's a very simple question. Why do you hate God?
Wait. Hold up. Back up.
Science supports his existence. You know the truth. So
Science supports his existence how? Don't get me wrong, science doesn't really disprove God either. You can't disprove a negative. But still, how does science prove God's existence? And besides, how come a majority of scientists are atheists? If science supports God's existence, after all. And as for the whole hating God thing, I don't really blame the guy. I mean, have you ever read the Bible?
God's not dead, he's surely alive.